Welcome to sportsbookreview.com. I'm Flash, and it's Bundesliga week 28. Massive result for us and Bayern Munich last week, plus 150 to win in Leipzig. The boys have been doing very, very well as well. We're just hovering around the even mark as a team, but that's because of parlay. Let's blame parlay. But first of all, if you like this video, then please subscribe, press the button and ring the bell. Ring the bell means I'll notify you and you'll never miss any content again. So that means you'll know the Premier League show's coming up this afternoon. 4 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow, 11:30 Eastern time will be La Liga. And then we start again on Monday with the Champions League, and Tuesday will be Europa League. I've got Tan, I've got Alex with me. And that's a good link because they've both wrote articles. So if you want to press the link in the description, you can go over and see and read everything that they've put. Meat on the bone, parlays, and a little bit of in-depth knowledge. 10, Bayern, winning, massive price, plus 150.
Massive price, but not only that, massive result. It was maybe disappointing the way they played. It doesn't matter. That was the game that you had to win before going into the Champions League. Now we know the Champions League is also is a bigger trouble than they thought and they supposed. So that 1-0 against Leipzig, if any, seemed almost as useless because their mind is all focused on that, which is also the reason why probably I will change the tip I already sent you about Bayern Union, but we will see that later.
Alex, Bayern now probably wrapped up the title even without the best striker in the world, but there's a few hurdles for a few of the teams chasing.
Yeah, 7 points is a lot. 7 points is a lot with 7 rounds to go till the end of the season. But this round, they might even drop points if you ask me. Missing so many players and trailing PSG in the second leg, which will happen next week. So I think that all their focus will be on the Champions League, like Dortmund's focus will be on the Champions League. So there is plenty of meat on the bone and some good value bets.
Excellent. Esteban, let's get up that record because we sort of hit the post last week. I know that I only made like 0.4 of a unit, but Alex, minus 1.57, just hanging around. Tancredi didn't have a great week at 6.96. Flash at just that 0.4, so 10.52. Parlay sort himself out, 5.36. I think that might even be 4.36 now. But the total is minus 3.37. That can be wiped out in free selection. So let's correct straight on the Friday night game. Been okay with us on Fridays, but Bielefeld at plus 240, draw plus 230, Alex, and Freiburg at plus 125. I think Freiburg are great value here, or is it both teams to score?
I was looking at that match and I wanted to make it official, but I don't know. Something told me. Anyway, I have 5 official bets, the most that I had so far.
So you like this week's card? I found it tough. And by the way, sorry to interrupt you, but Marley 247, first time catching the live show. I hope you subscribed. I hope you've pressed the thumbs up because at the moment we're like at 28%. So Marley, welcome. If you've got any thoughts on any of the games, please put them in there, and we'll warmly respond to you. Sorry, Alex.
No problem. I wanted to make it official, but the odds weren't that good. I wanted to go Armenia draw double chance, but the best price I could get is at 1.6. Freiburg, very disappointing for me lately, even though they won against Augsburg 2 rounds ago. Armenia are very desperate for points. They are in a relegation spot. Yes, they are equal on points with FC Köln. That place that FC Köln occupies it right now. If they will finish there, they will play a playoff with the team from the Zweite Bundesliga, and the winner will remain in the top flight league. So it's a little bit complicated, this system in Bundesliga, not like in the other top leagues in Europe. But that this fight for that position is even I don't know, is even tougher to predict than from the other leagues, because we have Mainz, we have Hertha, we have Koln and Armenia, separated all four of them by 2 points. So this is why I think that Armenia will take something from this match. But yeah, the odds are not good, so I will not touch it.
It's amazing that Alex turns down the double chance on Bielefeld at 1.6, whereas his esteemed teammate lays awake at night dreaming of 1.6s.
I don't know why. Yeah, finish.
Okay, this is what he had to say. This is what he had to say about this match. Go further.
That's it. That's all you have to say. No, it is one of the. There are 2, if not 3, games very hard to touch in this weekend. As you know, I never step back from a bet, but it was very hard here because Armenia, they are not brilliant. They're not even considered much, but they are in this position where 2 points from salvation, and actually even a draw is good. Even a draw is not to throw away. Freiburg continues up and downs and very unreliable. Very hard to find an outcome. That's why I think the most reasonable thing is going with under 2.5 goals. It happened in 4 of last 5 Armenia games. It happened in 2 of last 3 Freiburg games. We know how unusual it is in Germany, but these 2 are the one amongst those that are registering more times is under 2.5 goals. And Armenia could actually feel good with that. Not Freiburg, that got still the ambition of climbing to Europa League, but Armenia could be happy in blocking everything, defending, and not letting anything happen. So it's one of the few things I feel I can touch about this.
No, see, I'm with you. I mean, I looked at it and thought Freiburg might be great value, but after the event, because I've struggled. I've really struggled. I don't normally struggle in Bundesliga, but for this week, for some reason, I'm really struggling. Next game, is it a trap? Get your hat on then, Tan, because it's Bayern -225, draw +400, Union at +700. Now, we know that the ultimate professionals around the world even are Bayern, but they've got injuries and they've got a massive game in Paris next week. So is there a chance that Union gets something out of this game?
I have sent you a tip about this, but after yesterday night, I had to change. My tip about this was Bayern to win and Union and both teams to score. And I think still makes sense,
yeah, it does.
But not about Bayern to win. Because actually, Union are very, well, we know how motivated they are. They're fighting for an Europa League spot that they would climb, that they would catch in case that Borussia Dortmund or Leipzig will win the DFB Pokal. Otherwise, they will go to the Conference League, which for Union Berlin could be good enough. Well, if they keep their 7th position. It's true that lately they have not been same consistent as in the first half of the season. But imagine the special motivation they will put in this. And all the things you can think, imagine, you mentioned about Bayern, all the injuries, all the fatigue. Guys, that Bayern Paris Saint-Germain game was so demanding. At what pace was that played under the snow? It was amazing. Bayern was a continuous hammer. And it could be dangerous also for them to play again, knowing they have to go to play to Paris and there will be another very intense game. Could be dangerous. So I honestly would expect even to rotate 11 out of 11 for Bayern. But imagine what is the motivation for Union there. So I switch my tip, not because I don't believe in both teams to score, but because I don't believe enough in Bayern to win. And I go with double chance out, draw, or Union to win.
Double chance. Union.
Yes.
Okay, I mean, Alex, it's plus 700 with Union. Normally they'd be plus 1400. So the markets, they're already pricing in Union getting something or having the chance to get something out of this game.
On Monday, I took Union plus 1.5 on the Asian handicap at 1.95. Right now, Union at plus 1.5 on the Asian handicap is at 1.7. And I will still take it. The last time and the only time in the last 4 months that Union lost by more than 1 goal difference was against Eintracht Frankfurt on the road, 5-2 at the end of March, I think it was, yeah. Basically 2 rounds ago. Yeah, they are playing something else, and let's not forget that they kept Bayern Munich in the first match, in the reverse match, 1-1 draw, to a 1-1 draw. Bayern Munich, like Tancredi said, we might see a lot of changes in their starting 11 because they have a lot of injured players. And let's put on top of that, Alphonso Davies red-carded, suspended for this match. Goretzka, muscle injury. Zule out for 3 weeks. So it's even bad for the match against PSG. I'm not even talking about this Union game, you know. So we might see the second team of Bayern Munich playing against Union Berlin. I'm not saying that it will not be a motivation for the youngsters to show off and to demonstrate something and tell to their manager, look, here is us. We are beating and we are destroying Union Berlin. But I don't think that they can cope with the pressure being in the first team and so many demanding stuff from them. Even them in the second team, they are thinking about the second leg with that PSG. So their mindset is not prepared at all for this match. 7 points difference at the top of the table. No worries. Bayern will go all the way in Bundesliga. Nobody should worry about that. The biggest worry is to go out from the Champions League next Tuesday. Because imagine, they played yesterday on Wednesday. They are playing on Saturday. And they are playing on Tuesday after that in Champions League. So it's, I mean, what, 6 days, 3 matches? Take
exactly.
it. I don't know. Plus 1.5 on the Asian handicap for Union Berlin at 1.7 looks like a gold tip, you know, bet.
Okay. I mean, it's just one of those buying the machines. Yeah, I expect many changes. I also fancy him to win in Paris, by the way. I was happy. I said that before the start of the game yesterday. Okay, next game looks like goals, Alex. Frankfurt plus 135, draw plus 250, Wolfsburg plus 225. Frankfurt go from strength to strength. Home or away, they score goals. Home or away, they pick up 3 points.
Wolfsburg is a tough team to play against, one of the toughest to play against. Wolfsburg are on top of Frankfurt at 4 points difference between them. Both of them are sitting in the Champions League position right now, with Dortmund being behind them at 7 points, behind Eintracht. So at 11 points behind Wolfsburg. Wow. This is huge what Wolfsburg did this season. And we did a lot of profit with the Wolfsburg this season that you cannot compare the profit with Wolfsburg with the other teams that we did. No, it's uncomparable. So if we played only our Wolfsburg tips, would be in great profit right now. But yeah, Eintracht, one of the most entertaining teams, huge attacking firepower, amazing team to watch, and amazing team to watch in against whatever teams. You know, they can play nice even against, I don't know, Bayern Munich, against Union Berlin, who will stay to defend for the whole game. But Wolfsburg are going there for at least a draw because they want to keep that gap between them and Eintracht, because Champions League for Wolfsburg means a lot. Oh, and if they will arrive there, wow, it's massive for them. So I don't understand why the odds for over 2.5 goals on their own is at 1.73. This is my play.
Yeah, I'm quite liking the draw, to be honest, with goals, Tan.
A 2-2 draw?
Quite possibly. 3-3 maybe.
If Champions League means a lot for Wolfsburg, imagine for Eintracht, we are talking about the third city in Germany, one of the oldest and most important, even if it didn't win that much, club in Germany that played Champions League only once in their life as a European Cup, and in that only time they did, they got till the final, in the historical final against Real Madrid in 1960, Real Madrid Eintracht 7-3. So they are caressing a dream, and actually having a +7 on Dortmund on the 5th spot looks like really the dream can happen. Anyway, these are the two surprises of the season, because if Union possibly is the biggest one, because should not be in the upper part of the table, Wolfsburg and Eintracht would have never be in Champions League spots. Eintracht for sure, Wolfsburg may be trying to get in. What we saw anyway is that while Wolfsburg can be a bit conservative about this, Eintracht can try to secure more their position. And anyway, with Eintracht, we saw that always the show, the entertainment has come. And Wolfsburg can adjust to that attitude. If they find a team closing behind, they can adjust to that. But if they find a team playing openly, they adjust to that one. I don't touch the final outcome. The odds are very level, but they go plain Alex classic, both teams to score and over 2.5 goals.
Yeah, cannot blame you. But I would blame you, or I would be like thinking, is he gone mad? If you went over in the next game, because it's Hertha +220, Tan, draw +260, and Gladbach at +135. I've got this as maybe both teams to score no, and I have gone official with under 2.5 goals.
No spitting in this game on Hertha. I was expecting your spitting out.
No, I've just had the carpet clean, Tan.
The carpet clean, so that's the only reason. The most difficult game with the other one, where we did Bielefeld Freiburg, to pick in this week. Not only for our inconsistent both far, but also amongst those with the lowest scoring stats. And Gladbach, it's really unpredictable. Started good, went very crap. Now seem like they are recovering themselves. But at the same time, looks like Hertha, maybe Hertha, take that maybe with all the due proportions, seems that maybe when they are playing at Olympia Stadium, at least they are finding some kind of coherence in their performance. That's why not able to orientate myself with the under, with the over, because it's really dancing on the edge. I prefer to pick the own double chance on Hertha to win or a draw, because anyway they are in a position where they are only 2 points over the relegation zone, so their attention could be maximum, and they could be feeling good anyway, even with a draw, while possibly a draw is not changing much for Gladbach.
Okay, Alex, neither of these two sides are normally on your favourite picks.
Of who they are.
I mean,
here I'm going a little bit with the form and the feeling. I watched the Berlin derby, and Hertha were dreadful. Union scored the first goal. After that, Hertha the equalizer, and the match from that moment till the end was awful to watch. Awful. One of the most bad matches to watch. So, but I stayed till the 90th minute there, like nice, good child, like my mother said, okay, you have to watch the match. Okay, mom, I'm watching the match, but very, very bad match. It was like she put me in the corner to stay for 1 hour and a half. On the other side, I think I have the feeling that Gladbach, after watching them in the last 2 matches, I thought that against Schalke, they weren't impressive despite winning 3-0 and destroying Schalke there. But the match against Freiburg was very consistent, that 2-1 with Thuram scoring a brace. I liked it. So it's not my official pick, but at 2.25, I think that I'm taking the better side in terms of quality, first of all, because the quality should be there for Gladbach.
And strength. They're a stronger side.
Exactly. Yeah. And form. This is why I would take them at 2.25. Right.
Okay, so that probably tells you it's a game to leave alone. I've gone under 2.5. Hertha double chance for Tan, but obviously not an official. And not an official for Alex neither. And he would go with Gladbach because they're bigger, stronger, and they've probably got the better players. Moving on, I've got 2 bets in this game. It's Werder plus 650, draw plus 335, and Leipzig at minus 200. I'll give you my first bet, and it's Leipzig win to 0, Alex.
Well, yeah, you might be right. Might be right. Dreadful form from Werder. If they are not careful, they might see themselves slip in that relegation zone. On the other side, Leipzig, despite losing to Bayern Munich, the performance in that game was great. Let's put it this way. Now, they are 7 points behind. They still have that sparkle of hope, because they see the problems with Bayern Munich right now. If Bayern, they will lose 4 points in the next games, and Leipzig wins them both, there will be 2 points difference with 5 rounds to go. It's not complicated, but I don't think that it will happen. But I'm sure that Leipzig will fight for it. Anyway, they are by far the better team between the two. You cannot even compare the two teams, Why Leipzig are the best defensive side with just 22 goals conceded together with Wolfsburg there. Werder Bremen, they lack the last pass. They lack consistency in the final third. They have some good players, but I still think that they don't deserve. I think that they deserve to fight for relegation this season. This is how I saw them. Last season, I liked them more, and they saved themselves in the last match of the season. Leipzig to win and over 1.5 goals in the match at 1.75.
Well, we're going to have this covered when I finish with my second bet as well. So, Tam, we're happy to go with the visitors. We're happy to go with the class. Are you going to go with Leipzig as well?
Yeah, no, totally. Just imagine what kind of week they had. Well, first of all, the fact that they are facing Werder, because this is important also, how penetrable Werder are. But imagine the kind of week Leipzig had. They had this huge chance in hand, and they didn't play badly against Bayern. Bayern, for once, was more pragmatic than usual. So they are frustrated. They have this will of coming back. And also, what is happening with Bayern is telling them probably it's over. But if there is one chance, there is now. There is now. Like this and the next game. It's a little window that can be still open. Because maybe Bayern is dropping their 2 points. Maybe, if they are very lucky, they are dropping 4 points. So
you see the same thing said in 2 different languages.
I thought we were both speaking English. Not only Leipzig to win, and the odds are too unbalanced, but also when there is one interesting thing to note. When Leipzig won on away games, in 5 out of the last 6, if I'm not mistaken, They did it already at the halftime. So when they go away and when they are able to win, they go with a mindset to try to orientate the game since the very beginning, to kill it immediately. And here it is much more motivated by what has just happened. So if you believe that Leipzig will win, and I believe that there is a broad consensus about that, vote for, not for Pedro, but vote for Leipzig to be ahead half-time and full-time, which is actually even very good odds compared to the minus 200.
Yeah, well, I was going to go with a Martin Classic of Leipzig and under 4.5, and I thought, if I'm going to win to nil, then I'm happy to go with Leipzig to win and under 3.5. I think that this is all about the 3 points now for Leipzig. They're not interested in showboating. They know that they've just got to try and keep the pressure on, but also keep that gap between the chasers as well. Excuse me. Let's move on.
What kind of classic you call this?
What kind of club did I want?
Martin Classic.
The
Martin is
Classic.
under 4.5.
The Martin Classic. I learned something.
Yeah.
Something
he loves that.
today.
He loves that. Listen, he's been known to go under 6.5 as well. Stuttgart plus 330, Tan. Draw plus 300. Dortmund minus 110. Listen, I'm telling you now, Stuttgart won't take a backward step. Dortmund, well, they've got the same problems as Bayern, but they're on the road. They've got to make changes. But if they make changes and it goes pear-shaped, the gap for the Champions League places may grow.
Yes, indeed. Actually, this game, a bit as we spoke in the Serie A show, this game as for Roma, the Serie A game was maybe more important than the quarterfinals against Ajax. This game, if we look at the big picture, is more important for Dortmund than the Champions League one. But go tell Holland and the team, oh, come on, guys. Yeah, please play more focus this one, no matter what will happen in Dortmund return match. Not happening, never happening. Look how edged was still the end. The game at Etihad, they were robbed on one legal goal. But the fact that they could play until the very last minute, leveled with Manchester City, the fifth team in Bundesliga, with the team achieving the best.
The fifth team in the standing.
The second
doesn't matter. But the fifth
behind
team,
Schalke.
But the fifth team in the standing Bundesliga, playing at the same level of the team that has achieved the best result in the league, in whatever league this season, is telling them that it is possible. In a single game, it is possible. So they will play on. They say, okay, we really have our chance to play. So the odds here are fantastic. I don't go with Stuttgart to win just because I want to keep a possibility. But home double chance for Stuttgart is perfect. Stuttgart are Europa League spot contender. So even in a normal situation, they would have huge chances to get something from this. Imagine now. I don't know how you see that, guys, but in my opinion, bookies are wrong with the odds this time.
Well, then, listen, if you think they're off with their prices, and that's when you jump in, Alex. I've got to see that Dortmund are a trap at minus 110, because you've got to be thinking they're going to make wholesale changes, and their squad is already depleted.
I don't even think that Haaland will play, to be honest.
No Haaland, no Bellingham, probably no
Nothing.
Hummels, although that may help them. But, I mean, the midfield would obviously be a lot weaker. So, I mean, Stuttgart straight 330 looks a bet, doesn't it?
In the same time, Royce cannot keep the same level of energy in 7 days in 3 matches. Marco Royce. He played amazing against Manchester City, but I don't think that they will fall. It's exactly how we talked about Bayern. I think that, of course, Dortmund have a lot of youngsters that they can choose from. They are known for bringing in a lot of youngsters and making them good football players, and they have from where to choose. But the lack of experience at this level against a Stuttgart side that when they smell blood, they go all in. When it's almost Europa League time for Stuttgart, Wow, crazy for Stuttgart. Yes, they played amazing this season. And let's not forget that they destroyed Dortmund in the reverse match. 5-1 they beat Dortmund in the reverse match on the road. Now they are at home. Draw double chance for them is gold at 2.02 in my opinion. And exactly like Tan said, the mindset of Dortmund is on that Manchester City. And I think that the level of energy given on that match against City, probably it was one of the best Dortmund's games of the season, to be honest.
Well, AD in there, I'm going to try and educate you, AD, because if I believe that if Stuttgart scored twice, they win the game. So don't be taking your Stuttgart over 1.5 goals at maybe like plus 160. You go with Stuttgart to win at plus 330. There's no way. I don't see Dortmund putting up 2 goals. I just look at Stuttgart and think at plus 330. Oh, it's just it just looks more and more appealing.
I didn't set Adetuni Funso. I didn't say that Haaland will not play. I said that I have the feeling
chance,
that Haaland will not play. There is a big
chance.
AD,
just say AD because that's how you shorten his name. He's also asking about a Tan Classic. Well, Tan's Classic is draw at the halftime.
No.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, listen, let me tee you up here because I'm going to now go to Tan Classic, okay? It's Schalke at plus 230, draw plus 250, and Augsburg at plus 125. If ever there was 3 points for the boys from Schalke to be taken, it's got to be this week. You go near Augsburg, you leave your money behind. Tan?
I reply you with Agva Janssen Kaltar to your nonsense. I reply with Agva Janssen Kaltar wisdom. We want Tancredi in all shows, La Liga and Premier League. And not the Tan Classic draw half time.
Do you not think your most common bet is draw at the half time?
No.
It is. No, I should know. I'll write them down.
No. You are the typical English pundit. They say, oh, Italian style, always going in that way. Oh,
not always.
South American players.
That's what you're known for.
South American players always cheating and diving. That's why you think that saying that sometimes it is Tan Classic. No.
You see what you started here, Flash.
I love it. I love it. All right, so we'll put it in the chat. What is?
Wait a second.
Put it to a vote or Alex, suggestions.
Alex,
the Tan Classic is, and you can type what you like.
Alex,
okay, and we've got 75.
Alex,
let's see.
Did you
let's see. They will give you the Tan
Alex,
Classic.
Did you decide yourself your Alex Classic?
No, my Classic.
No.
Team to win and over 1.5 goals.
Yeah, but it was Alex who decided what was his own Alex Classic, right?
No, I was using it the most in the last 7 years. Probably not so much in the last 2, but it remained. Martin, for example, the both team to score in the over 2.5 goals, which is the Alex Classic, is used. Let's put it this way: is used less than by me. From what Martin is using his Classic, you know.
Oh, he's not happy. He's like, oh, I thought he'd gone. I thought Tan had gone mad. Tan had gone, I'm not listening to this. I'm not listening to this anymore.
So I can tell. Now I received a call.
I'm going to get myself a coffee.
I can tell because I have here the prospect. So
what about Schalke?
This week in Serie... Wait, 30 seconds. Only 30 seconds.
Okay.
This week in Serie A, I have 1 draw at the halftime. This week in Bundesliga, 0 draw at the halftime. Last week...
It doesn't matter. That doesn't mean it's not the Tan Classic.
Last week in Serie A, I have 1 draw at the halftime.
Last
week in Bundesliga, 0 draw at the halftime.
Okay,
so
what do you want your to be? Come on, let him have his Classic.
Okay, you can name your own.
The average is 1 draw at the halftime every week. Does that make it really a Classic? I don't know.
No, you're not getting this. You're not getting this. It's something that if I said draw at the halftime, if I didn't say draw at the halftime and I just went Tan Classic, the majority of people would understand that it's draw at the halftime.
The point, Flash, is that if you have Tan, you have madness, but you don't have Classic.
No, we're not getting involved in Tan madness because that could be anything. That could come at any time.
Anyway, sticking back to Schalke.
You're just diverting the tactics away from not talking about Schalke.
You are right. You are right. That's the reason, because I don't want to touch Schalke at all.
Okay.
But I will touch it.
Okay. You're touching Schalke.
No, yeah, no, always. But nothing particular in the final outcome. I just go with both teams to score. Because anyway, they have scored sometimes, and especially Augsburg are always conceding, and maybe this could give a bit of a open ambition are just too big words for Schalke.
Yeah.
Big of I don't know.
But both teams to score. I mean, at least you've got an interest.
Both teams to score.
Yeah, I mean, at least you've got an interest. It's one of those, though. Schalke, Augsburg. I would be very, very surprised if you have much to say on this game, Alex.
No, but if you're looking a little bit, this is dramatic what is happening in Schalke. Dramatic, 1 win in 27. Just 17 goals.
But can we give a little bit of credit to this show? Because when we did the Futures show last August, we did say that Schalke would do a Werder Bremen and could quite possibly be relegated.
This is what you said. I don't remember.
I talk for the masses.
No. It was absolutely. You said that, and you said also that Milan would be title competitor, and we didn't believe it. But now that you got the credit,
I think you might be right. I think you now might that you got the credit on that one, Dan. I've been drinking out on that one too long now.
No, well, I said Inter to win the title. You said Milan, but actually Inter were one of the two favorites. Milan was completely out of the odds. So absolutely full credit to you. But now that you got the full credit, could you please give it up with Schalke? Could you please on earth give it up with Schalke? We are giving you the credit. We are giving you the money.
I don't want it. I don't want it because the thing is, I wanted it just to be that Alex brought up Schalke and he was almost surprised. And yet it was no surprise because at the start of the season, we thought that this could happen. We saw it with Werder Bremen last year, but then obviously they've had like a million managers. Players have revolted, been suspended, have people kicked out. So yeah, they're in dire straits. Forget Schalke.
Imagine that the over 2.5 in this match is priced at 2.2.
Wow!
But I mean, you could easily see Augsburg winning. Augsburg could win this 3-1.
Yeah, but even 3-0, even free. No.
I'm telling you, I don't want to get involved. I don't even want to think about it. I've got enough on my plate. I'll give you this game, though, because I tell you what, this is another one of them moody ones. Alex, Koln at plus 200. Draw plus 225. And Mainz at plus 150. Mainz let me down for my two-team parlay last week, drawing 1-1. Now, I know that some of you had both teams to score, so I was pleased for you. But I see both teams scoring again here, do you?
This match will go bonkers. I'm pretty sure that this is a 6-pointer. Let's not forget that they are just 2 points difference between them, and they are both fighting relegation. Mainz, if they win this one, they can stay relaxed till the end of the season. But Köln will go all in. This is do or die for Köln.
Yeah,
but Mainz are not the type of team that will stay at the back and take the pressure and okay, let's not concede and 0-0 is okay. No, this game will go bonkers. I'm seeing the over 2.5 here, and imagine that the 2.5 is priced again at a great price at 2.1. Wow.
Yeah, plus 0. I mean, it's unbelievable. I see goals here massively, didn't you, Tan?
I see it in the opposite way. They have so much to risk that they will be afraid to play. I mean, obviously, I can be wrong, and especially.
Well, I always think fortune favours the brave.
Yeah, but the thing, if something happens in the first 20 minutes, obviously the game is opening and going bonkers.
Yeah.
I bet that for not happening, because they don't have, Mainz always very low scoring, but also conceding stats, and Koln having a very bad attack. So what I'm rooting for is a game where they are afraid to commit mistake because they know they would cost a lot. It would cost much more to Koln, actually, because Mainz, all in all, can play 2 results out of 3. And for this reason, that will be tight. I'm not going, though, for a draw of time. I'm going with under 2.5 goals because it's not only opening the final outcome, but in my opinion, they will be very, very careful to not commit any mistake. 2 teams that are always committing mistakes. So afraid to play, basically.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's a game where I think could be absolutely anything, to be honest. It's another one of them games. It's like this last game, Tan. Hoffenheim at plus 190. Hoffenheim decent at home, really keep things tight. And away from home, they can be involved in 3-3 draws. Draw plus 240. And Leverkusen at plus 140, who were the best footballing side for about a 2-month period, then went to sleep.
More than 2 months, come on.
Till Christmas.
Okay,
Christmas.
2.5 months.
Yeah.
And now they're at plus 140 away at Hoffenheim. Is this another potential Alex Classic and not worry who wins?
Exactly is that about. Obviously, we know that Leverkusen, for how bad they are going, but they are much more tipped than Hoffenheim. But watch out, because Hoffenheim, confiding that anyway, they have piled up enough points to be safe. Well, little by little, from behind, they are rising up. So they could be in danger soon. But anyway, Bayer Leverkusen, if not now, I don't know when they could take back their game. But bonkers game, because anyway, Bayer will try to win, will go to take a win. They think like, we should do this. And in some way, even winning only to 1 against Schalke was a bit an humiliation, almost. And Hoffenheim must react 3 defeats in a row. So Alex Classic, over 2.5 goals and both teams to score.
Yeah, it'd be good if we can get just a thumbs up, sign of approval from Alex on the Alex Classic here.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going a little bit further. I am going over 3 goals on the Asian handicap at almost even money there, at almost 2.0, just 2 small units, not 2 more units, to 1.98 to be.
Minus 102, yeah.
Yeah, minus 102. So the value is with if you want to go to the winners market, the value is with Leverkusen. Like Tan said, by far the best team between them. The squad that they have at their disposal should play in Europe next season. It no matter that is they will not play in a Champions League for sure, but they are aiming for that. They are aiming. So exactly, they are sitting the same difference of points. So Eintracht is 7 points behind the first Champions League spot. Hoffenheim is 7 points on top of the first relegation spot. Luckily for both teams is that many head-to-heads between the upper and the down teams, depending who you are talking about, are happening till the end of the season. So they might take advantage of that situation. I don't think that the Hoffenheim will go down. Absolutely convinced that they will not go down.
No.
But Leverkusen, if they turn it a little bit and they remember how to play football, how they played it for 3 months and a half at the beginning of the season, they might put in danger Eintracht and Wolfsburg there, and even Dortmund, So I think that the value is with Leverkusen. But Hoffenheim for sure will find the back of the net, because lately Leverkusen are dreadful at the back. They are committing so many childish mistakes, and Hoffenheim will take advantage of that at home. Over 3 goals on the Asian handicap at 1.98.
Yeah, this is probably one of the most exciting games that I saw in the Bundesliga this week. You'll see now when Esteban puts up the official picks that I really, really struggled this week, and it's a real strange one. I may add, and it's going to be an impulsive decision. Esteban, get them picks up, please. Okay, Alex is like, we're going to be here for ages with Alex. Look, Union plus 1.5 on the in the handicap. Minus 135. Eintracht over 2.5 goals in the game at minus 136. Hoffenheim over 3 goals in the Asian handicap. So if it's 3 goals, he gets the push at minus 102. Stuttgart double chance plus 102. Leipzig and over 1.5 at minus 130. Tancredi, Bayern, Alex Classic minus 120. Leipzig halftime, full time plus 120. Stuttgart double chance at plus 100. Frankfurt, Alex Classic plus 100. And Schalke, both teams to score at minus 120. Leipzig to win and as such should be under 3.5 goals. Plus 110, that's my fault. Leipzig win to nil at plus 130, so just either one of them and I'm going to be in profit. And Hertha just under 2.5 goals in the game at plus 110. Now, do I go with, I'm going to go with Alex. Stuttgart, draw double chance at plus 102. I would have gone with Tancredi, Stuttgart double chance, but he only got plus 100. So we need a 2-team parlay. Tan, who's the first team for the 2-team parlay?
So I would say that.
Do we not like Stuttgart double chance at plus 100?
For a parlay, no. For a parlay, I do.
Why? If we're putting our money down, we're putting our money down. I mean, the thing is, Dortmund could have like 7 or 8 changes.
Yeah, makes sense. Go with Stuttgart double chance, yes.
Come on, Alex.
For me, Eintracht Wolfsburg over 2.5 goals.
Eintracht, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Plus 100. And over 2.5. What is that? Like minus 120. Alex?
Minus 135.
Well, minus 135. I'm still liking that. I think it pays about plus 240 for the pair. Now, if you like this video, then please subscribe, press the button and ring the bell. I'm really hoping that, Malia, you enjoyed your first show. Everyone else, whenever it is your first show, if it's not your first show, still come in, chat and contribute and press the link in the description. That'll take you over.
I have to say hello to Greco Nero, that is from Palermo, born in Palermo, but from New York. So I really must say, I'm sorry I made you wait until the end of the show, but we have a Palermitan in New York. That's valuable. That makes 50 likes on the fold.
Okay.
Have you finished? Is he coming around for tea or anything? Are you still talking?
It's the longest silence. It's the longest silence in the history of YouTube.
Have a great weekend. Everybody, have a great weekend. And I think we're all on Leipzig, we're all on Stuttgart, and there's a couple of games that we're all on goals. Don't forget to press the link in the description, though. That'll take you over to the articles that have been wrote by Tan and Alex and Martin. And every other video we have here on SBR is accompanied by an article. So get yourself over. And I'll tell you what, the website has just had a completely new revamp. Go over there and have a good look. Esteban, you know what to do.